Hello, I'm the paper eater. I eat paper so you don't have to. And in today's episode of Eating Paper, guess what? I'm eating paper, but it's actually a little different. So to make this overly melodramatic announcement, there's actually a reason behind it because we're doing lined paper, and I was attempting to doodle in class. And normally when I doodle, I make masterpieces. Actually, I got all my sketchbooks right here. They're supposed to be notebooks, but they just inadvertently turn into sketchbooks because I'm bad at taking notes. I just sketch instead. But here's the beginning of my sketch. The scribbles are from when I scribbled it out because I got tired of sketching. I lost faith in my vision, but that's okay. One viewer who's here, and I know you're going to leave right now. Actually, no, you liked it, so that means that you're hopefully going to initiate, unless you're one of those shy people who clicks on the video and then hides in the corner. Oh, never mind, it's you, Ian. Well, you are shy and you do hide in corners, but you are going to be in chat. You're an exception, Ian. Well, here. Mesasula, how you doing? No, is it no you're not an introvert? When are you going to lure Luna back to your parents' place under false pretense of learning Korean? Working on it. I'm going to ask for her number soon. Not in that type of way, but like in a, hey, buddy, Luna, here, I'm going to harvest your organs. She's got a very good liver, based off how good her breaths can be maintained. Yeah, I know biology, guys. So my score for the day is a 7.2 out of 10. Keep note, 5 is the average, round up to the nearest 10th. My hair, what the hell? Done. What's really cool is I eat paper on camera in a very particular way where if people assume that I'm lying, then I'd either have to be truly eating paper or a really good magician. Like, I'd really have to know my sleight of hand. So either way, I'm a fucking winner. 4.2 out of 10. What the hell happened? It's like you and Aragon are living in sync because I was talking to him today and it looked like he was about to fucking cry. I mean, he always kind of is just, he's a little, but today it was a little extra. It felt like his tear ducts were pulsating a little more than usual. But above average day, that's not a fucking number. Put your number in there, Mesathula, son of Enoch. Enoch would not be proud of you if he knew how inspecific you're being right now. But I bet you're doing good. Put your score. I bet it's going to be above 5. But is this like a 6 above average day or a 7 above average day? That's the question. I have no numbers. Well, get some, man. Get some from me. I'll tell you all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and also 10. Did that help? Put your number in. We have rules here at the Paper Stream. You think you can just waltz in here with your own set of rules? Hell no, man. All right? You're in my fucking house, all right? Nothing's happened today. I see. It's not presence of agony. It's just, a lack of anything. A lack of anything good or bad. And I would rather be shocked to tears than bored to tears. That's what I Hate Everything said in his 2016 review of Frozen Land, a very boring movie. So I totally understand. McBurgerness 8.3. Hey, someone knows how to follow directions over here. Congrats, McBurgerness. That's a pretty good day, man. When you gonna, you being excited for witnessing me luring Luna to harvest her liver. I can tell that's making you excited. That makes your day better. I'm glad you're enjoying that. Today's stream's gonna be pretty quick. I gotta do. Hey, I'll totally confess I'm a mama's boy, so I'm gonna do what is it? I do like weekly gym workouts with her. Just my mom and I go to the gym. We practice some exercises. It's mainly to prevent my redislocation of my knee. Because most of the time, whenever I redislocate my knee, which is every 5 months, it's because my core apparently isn't strong enough. And this is actually quite fascinating to me. So I used to think that my bones and the rest of my legs were separate. But actually, I can demonstrate by where's my zipper? Here it is. I guess not. Come on. But yeah, like this part, my kneecap right here, the bones are so interconnected with these calf muscles that lead up to my core right here that, basically the same exercises that would strengthen my calves would strengthen my core too. So I don't know why I needed to show you my kneecap in order to do that, but I think if I have weak calves right here, or no, calves are this part. I did not pass biology class. This part of my leg, the upper part, right? If that's not strong, then my bones will also crumble as well as my muscles. And that makes you realize how everything is truly all connected. If one piece is out of place, the whole puzzle falls to pieces. And Wasn't the most poetic line, but you get it. Where's that Korean girl at today? Make sure your tools are sharp. I just realized that you both have black profile pictures, but it's not the same person commenting that. That could be so sinister if that was the same person commenting those two pieces in succession. But that Korean girl is gone because I could not do the stream until Classic ended because I had a studio thing. I had to just record some stuff. Just a bunch of people. They need jazz musicians. Too bad now. Jazz musicians used to be out of style. They used to be old news. For some reason, we're trendy again. Everybody needs us, so you know. It's okay, guys. Would prefer to be paid money, but it's okay. I'll accept Venmo later. Now, make sure your tools are sharp. I'm not sure what that means, but I got some sharp tools. Actually, we used to have, so we had a big knife rack. I was really proud of it until my sister started cutting herself, so we had to get rid of it. But we, in addition to like I think 50 knives, and it looked so beautiful, there was that little sharpener thing, right? That you used to. It's not like a stone or anything. It's like that little. It's like a little rod, like a little metal rod, stainless steel rod you sharpen your knives on. And I thought all that was cool, and I associated that piece of equipment with just how cool and augmented our household was until I looked inside the knife rack. And a knife rack is one of those items that nobody thinks to clean, but it is in everyone's best interest to have it cleaned because it is disgusting. It spreads so many microbes, and when you get sick, you don't know exactly where from. So you could be intaking, pieces of bacteria from the inside of your knife rack. That sounds so dirty, but you get the idea. Also, for the two viewers who brought this view count up to 5, you don't understand the context. I'm talking about an old knife rack my family used to have, and it's interesting. We had to basically really take a squint inside, and also we would run water. We would put it in the sink and run water into the little holes that you put the knives in, the little slits, and dirt would come pouring out. The water would come in normally, then when it would ricochet out of the slit, it'd be dirty. There was one with like an insect exoskeleton. I'm like, the knives we've been using to slice our roast beef, it's been inside that dirty hole this whole time. It's so fucking gross. So wash your knife racks. Oh, I haven't been doing my thesis. I now know what my thesis is going to be. Wash your frickin' knife rack. I fucked it up. There you go. You get the idea. You can just... Yeah, I put a U in there where it shouldn't have been, but just mentally square that out. Chat, I'm back. Yeah, hey, address me. Not that... I mean, you can address both of us. Yeah. Chat, he's back. I keep my knives in a drawer. Do you wash the drawer? Hopefully. Honestly, in a drawer, nothing's as close contact as... Because, I mean, the knife's in a tight little slit with a hole, so whatever dirt's packed in there, it's really packed in, and it's going to touch the fucking knife. I hate that. I just hate thinking about that. It's so bad. You need to work on your legs. They're probably pretty thin. You know what's thin are my arms. My legs are actually not the issue because when I was younger, I'd run too much. So I know you think my legs are thin by, I don't know, like Arnold Schwartz N-word standards, but my arms are what's thin, which is weird because I'm a drummer, right? And I use my arms more than I use my legs, which is not real proper four-way coordination, so I should probably work on that. But, like, look at how disproportionately skinny my wrist is. It's not good. This is why I wear long sleeves, to make myself look bigger, to compensate. But my legs, right, like, it's weird. If you look at my arms and how skinny they are versus my legs, it's so fucked up. I don't understand why there's so much here. And this is not flab or nothing. That's pure muscle. That's pure testosterone in solid form. Hamburger. Thank you. Kerr Productions and fucking, who's the guy who called out my legs? Mesathula. Again, very ethnically diverse crowd we got here. Mesathula, I bet you're from Atlantis or some shit. I don't know where that name comes from. Sounds either Middle Eastern or from some other planet. Sounds like a sci-fi name. But yeah, the two of you are going to have to debate the thickness of my legs. I'm going to vote for Kerr Productions side. Thank you for complimenting my legs. Hamburger, damn right. Are you working on any new music by yourself, Brian? Honestly, I wish I could. I might get Logic Pro or something like that. Because I remember when I was making the Quadruple A album and when I was collabing with Dom to make Retrospective Introspective, for some fucking reason, people are really enthusiastic about that album. I don't know why people... Like, when we were making it, we got so annoyed listening to it. But there are people who have texted me saying it's unironically good, which I feel like the album I've made that is the most unironically terrible is, in fact, that album. But different strokes for different folks, I guess. Pizza, by the way. Hamburgers come with grease, and I feel like in my old age, the grease gets in my stomach and I feel sick. That's why I always use chicken sandwiches as an alternative to hamburgers. With pizza, yeah, you have greasy pizza, but there was an old eat this not that tactic I would use where I would get, and this is I've been doing this since elementary school. I would take a napkin and I'd dab the grease off, and it might seem like you're getting rid of the condiments and all that, but not really. If you press it the right way without swiping or scraping, you're not clearing the countertop. Most of the time, you'll only take grease off because it'll absorb. And when you put an what's the word? An absorbent material on a surface of which there is solution to be absorbed, there's an actual force that pushes it up. There's a Vsauce video about this on how there's a certain trajectory that, like, if you put a sponge above some water, it's weird. The water defies gravity because it moves upward into the sponge, right? You'd think gravity would have it not absorb, like it would only absorb into the sponge if it was being pulled down, but right, the sponge, not relative to air, not in a vacuum, but relative to liquid, draws stuff in. There is a force generated by these two pieces coming together. That's always interesting to me. But anyways, I digress. My point is, yes, pizza over hamburger. Also because pizza, you can taste the seasonings better. With hamburger, the main reason hamburgers are popular, like, let's get real. I love In-N-Out, don't get me wrong, but the main reason is because hamburgers are easy to prepare and cheap. Pizza is not. Most businesses that prepare pizza, yes, it is relatively cheap to prepare because they need to develop ulterior methods. They need to freeze the dough. They need to have all the toppings, from a factory, easy to access, but there is no classy way to make a hamburger. Like, you can make it with gourmet cheese and all that, but it's still going to function like a hamburger, and it's going to generally taste like a hamburger. You could easily make pizza a fine dining commodity, and I've seen it. I've tasted it. And it's great. Pizza has a lot more versatility than a burger does. Generally, unless you're eating at California Pizza Kitchen, which is, the scum scourge of the earth, I would highly not recommend eating there. I think that pizza generally, unless you're eating in a hell like CPK, I think that you're probably going to enjoy your pizza experience. There's more flavor, there's more nuance in the flavor. It's not as dense with the flavors too, so you can make a choice to either have a pizza with lighter flavor so you can have the condiments kind of take charge flavor-wise, or you could just stuff it with factory tomato paste, toothpaste consistency tomato sauce, and it tastes like a fast food item. But you can have the choice, That's my experience. I always had good and strong legs because I biked for years. Is this Jonah? That's a Jonah type of name, and these are Jonah type of comments. It's nice to see you back, man. I missed you. Most people are pretty sedentary. Yep. That's you, Jonah. I missed you. And once you get old, the thighs are usually the first muscle to go. Old people are in wheelchairs, I imagine there are probably some old people around in the 60s range in that grace period when you're starting to weaken, when I imagine you could do a better handstand than a jog. So, the legs are the weak point. That's why whenever you're in Roman times in the Colosseum, when you'd battle, you'd go for the kneecaps first because that's where the aging process begins. Chicken hamburgers are better than burger. Thank you. Well, not McDonald's chicken burgers. I actually tend to disagree. I don't think the McDonald's, I think they look terrible. For some reason, the bread on a McDonald's chicken sandwich, it's like paper thin. Speaking of paper, this is my final bite. Mushrooms on pizza are the bomb. I don't like mushrooms at all. I used to think of them as a vegetable. I know they're not. They're technically a fungus. But I don't know, man. It just seems like an old person type thing. It's kind of like oysters. I will develop a taste for them later. Just currently, right now, I prefer to live life with joy and not with agony. Thanks. Mushrooms are really good. Real take. Can you give me like a flavor profile? Are they bitter? Are they savory? Do they have like an what's the Japanese term? Umami? Umami. They have like a taste like that, or is it like sickly sweet, like the taste of earwax? Probably not. I'm just like, what are the different types of tastes that you can get? Did I miss any pieces of chat? Oh yeah, am I working on any new music? I didn't finish answering that question because I got distracted by the pizza or hamburger question. But I would like to, but it's been a while. I haven't been able to. I haven't even been able to work on new videos, which is why I'm trying to compensate by establishing more web presence by doing these streams. Because honestly, this channel has more subs than good content at this point. And I've kind of accepted, I've grown into this, I've accepted my position as a primary paper eater, even though the passion that I will put into my videos will again surpass my paper eating passion tenfold, but I will still try to have a more optimistic outlook on doing these, because I thought of this as a leftover side mission, and if it ever went from side mission to, you know, just a mission, I saw that as a negative thing, because I'm like, this is not supposed to be this big. I don't want for it to overshadow my true efforts, but it's like, so what if the popularity isn't dispersed the exact way I want for it to? I think the fact that people care at all and people are engaging, that's cool. Also, it's totally my fault. Like, I'm the one who is only releasing one good content video every year. So, like, you know, just I have no time. I shouldn't be angry with myself either. I mean, look at where I am right now. I'm in college. This is the place I'm at 5 days a week. And there are some days in which I'm there for like 8 hours a day. So, fucking. They're kind of mild on their own, right? Raw mushrooms, sure. Cooked with garlic and butter, they're super good. Shit. You're talking about garlic and butter? I am getting kind of hungry now. I like to saute them. You can make them pretty soft and good tasting. Fuck. Yeah, so, okay. I like garlic in small amounts. I used to hate garlic, and garlic is technically a vegetable, question mark, so I think I could totally shiitake mushrooms. Yeah, because, like, raw mushrooms are just basically, they taste like, they taste like drywall, right? They don't taste like anything. But if you add, right, it's like the peppers, right? I would put ghost peppers in my wing recipe, and when you saute the ghost peppers, it tastes like a whole different fruit. It tastes like actually, are peppers fruits or vegetables? I think they're fruits. But when you saute peppers and I put them in this butter mixture with the Frank's Red Hot, it, oh my god, with the rub too, with all those spices. I have this limited edition. I mean, I don't have it. My mom purchases it. She saves my ass. It's limited edition. Ralph's had to stop selling it because it was in such high demand, and the company, I think, went out of business. Paul Proudhomey, unless I'm incorrect. But we basically had to go on the dark web and buy Paul Proudhomey rub. That's how good it was. That's how worth it that shit was. So that, combined with the butter, Frank's Red Hot with the cayenne peppers, I think, and then you put the actual ghost peppers in there. Oh man, it changes the whole flavor profile, because if you go back on good content, there is a video from about 4 years ago where I ate a ghost pepper. By the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the mouth part of the battle I could deal with, all right? That was ring 1. Then when we go to ring 2, that was the ring of my stomach, and then, of course, third and final ring, the ring of my asshole. That was the terrible one. Although the worst one, even though it was terrible, not as bad as when it was in my stomach, and I actually thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to experience a rupture in my stomach cavity and die. That's how bad it was. And the stomach acid was probably made 10 times more acidic by the fact that the fucking ghost pepper was in there. And so my dad will tell you this story if he's not introverted, which he is, but my dad experienced this, and he will still never let me live this down. But he walked into my room, and I thought I had to take a shit, and it turns out that I was just experiencing the worst stomachache, and I knew it was going to come to a head in my lower hole. But my dad came in, I was naked, pants down my legs, sweating like a fucking farm animal. And I was moaning. I couldn't even sit up straight. That's how much it hurt. It's almost like if I sat up straight, the ghost pepper fluid acid shit would propagate to the bottom of my cavity. And that's where it's probably the part of my stomach cavity where most of the stress happens anyways. So it's like I'm risking my cavity rupturing and all the acid spilling into my gonads and melting me, like that one movie where his gonads melt because acid gets spilled on it. I forgot what movie that was. But I didn't want for that to happen. Also, it just hurt. It hurt if I sat up, which was not good. It's like, it's not even my imagination. It's not psychosomatic. Like, if I laid down, it hurt, and if I sat up, it hurt more. That's not normal, guys. Don't eat ghost peppers. Because, you know, I even took, like, so many Tums, so many antacids, that I probably could have overdosed. I probably could have gone comatose from an overdose on Tums, and it still hurt, just the same as it did before. Those ghost peppers are no fucking, it's no jester business, all right? It's serious shit. Okay. Wee woo. Damn right. That's the sound the ambulance could have made if I had, you know, probably not taken those Tums, even though it hurt the same. It probably helped a little bit. And I was truly like one molecule of citric acid away from dying. That's what it felt like. The end. This is the last piece. It's always the fucking worst. That was, oh yeah, let me do my nostalgia critic intro. Hello, I've been the paper eater. I eat paper, so you don't have to. No one's gonna like that, but I think it's funny. Fuck you. That was day 754 of eating a sheet of paper a day. I actually want to shout out everybody who joined, even though they're mostly gone. Ian 30, Messathula McBurgerness, Kerr Productions, Axo Latte, I like that name. Rolls off the tongue real well. And Momo, I know who you are. Thank you all so much for joining. I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 755 of eating a sheet of paper a day. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. To all of those who I have wronged in my past, I do apologize, but I hope you know that my intent was in the right place. That's for one specific person who may or may not click on the stream, who may or may not watch this. It's aimed at one person specifically, not all of you. All right, so until next time, this is goodbye. Just know, I always try to be the best person I can, and I hate being misunderstood. I hate it. I hate being misunderstood. So just give me the chance to explain myself. Let's have a nice talk in private, and then we can sort it out, because I hope you know I make myself look way worse than I actually am, all right? So intent matters more than action given time. Short-term action does matter more than intent a little bit, because appearance is everything. But long-term, given some thought and given some critical thinking, intent always matters more than action. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck out there. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye.